Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I am setting up my budget for the month of December, and in the next video I will stuff our cash envelopes as well as our sinking funds again for the month of December. In my last budget video I stuffed all of our sinking funds and got them ready, all of the binders and got those ready for December. So I'm really excited to finally be using cash envelopes, but like I said, that will come up in the next video. Today it's all about setting up our monthly budget, and I'll kind of explain how we go about everything. So yeah, if you're interested and want to see how we set up our monthly budget, then stay tuned and keep on watching. So I plan with stickers. No surprise, I own a sticker shop and I just absolutely love planning with stickers. Of course, you do not have to do that. You can just use a simple piece of paper and call it a day. But like I said, I enjoy planning with stickers, so that's what I'm doing. I am personally using a happy planner. So this is a monthly layout from the dashboard planner, and then I am just using the regular note pages also from the happy planner, from a regular happy planner notebook. So that's what I'm using in case you're wondering. And then all of these stickers are from my shop, 𝐒𝐇𝐏. We are on Etsy as well as on Shopify. December is not up in a shop anymore, but we do have January as well as February already up on the shop in case you are interested. I did already put down the, what is this called? The monthly page, because date dots always take a while. So that's what I did already, but I will be using some washi kits. So I always offer one monthly and then two washi kits that match the monthly color wise. So I have 005 right here. Usually I always use just one washi kit, the one that's exactly the same as the monthly, but I thought I'll switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to use both washi kits this month and kind of like take turns. So I have 005 right here and then a 006 as well. We offer 3 different sizes currently: Happy Planner, Plum Paper Planner, and 7x9, which is typically like Erin Condren type of size. So those are the washi kits I'll be using, and then I also pulled these strips, of course, that I always use. We have the variable income right here, the weekly check-in, the sinking funds, as well as the monthly budget with the fixed and variable expenses. We also have the option to choose just expenses as one strip. Depends on how you plan. We also offer multiple more of these strips, like all the debt trackers, spending trackers, and all of the paychecks, like first through fifth paycheck if you are a paycheck to paycheck type of budgeter. But yeah, these are always the ones that I use, and like I said, I already put down the monthly. So what I'm going to do next is we also offer matching no spend stickers and matching builder stickers for the monthlies. So yeah, I'm going to put down the builder stickers first, just so that's out the way. Okay, my dog is under the table and he just kicked my light, but I already wrote them all down to save some time. So we have rent and water, and that is due on the 1st. I will talk about all of the amounts in a second, but yeah, we have car payment that is due on the 2nd, I believe. Yes, on the 2nd. Then we also have gym that is due on the 3rd. And then internet is due on the 17th. Our phones are due on the 19th. Oh, almost put it on the wrong spot. 19th. Then Hulu is due on the 22nd. And of course, these are just our major bills. I don't really put down like all of the smaller subscriptions. I do for my business, like the apps I use for my business, but other than that, I don't really put these down. But yeah, I'll put Hulu and Netflix down because that's just kind of, you know, a staple for us. But yeah, Netflix is due on the 24th, on Christmas Eve. So here are all of our bills. I usually also always put down the expense trackers on the side. These are the expense trackers. I kind of put them here to put down what color is what category, but I'll do that off camera because that can take a while. So today I'm going to set up the monthly budget, and usually I speed you guys through that, but I thought today, why not, you know, do it with you guys. So I'm always using one of the bigger strips up top, and I already kind of know my sizing, so I always go on the third line here. Of course, for every planner that's different, and you can go lower than that as well. That's obviously completely up to you. So I put the furthest strip down first, and then I take off the script, which I always do very slowly because it's a little more dainty, so you know it can rip a little bit more easily, and I'll use my tweezers for that to make it a little bit easier. So there's the header, and then I personally, I don't know why, but usually I like to skip a row and then put down the next strip. I don't know, that's obviously personal preference. I just really like doing it. So here we have the income strip, and like I said, I am already used to all of the sizing and stuff, so I know how much room I need in between. So we have 3 different incomes. We are a family of 5. My husband actually has 2 incomes and I have 1 income. So I typically leave 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll do the next strip. Just, you know, just so I have room in case there's any type of like miscellaneous income. And then I use the different pattern small strip. Again, I leave a row. I don't know, that's just, I just like the look of it. Obviously, you don't have to do it that way. But then I'll do the fixed expenses on the left. Which, you know, fixed expenses are just expenses that don't change. It's always the same pretty much. And it's mainly like the important type of bills, you know, like rent, car payment, all that stuff. And then I'll do variable expenses on this side, and that is so crooked. My stickers are premium matte stickers, so they're supposed to be non-removable, but if they're not all the way put down, you can carefully, I'm saying carefully, peel them off again and reposition. So, but like I said, you have to be careful, otherwise you might rip the sticker and the paper. Okay, but yeah, there's the variable expenses, and then again, for fixed expenses, I usually leave 8 spots. And usually like 12-ish for the variable expenses, which is like 2 from the bottom right here. And then I'll choose the same patterned washi right here, the same pattern as the top washi, and I'll put that at the bottom kind of to, you know, close off the page pretty much. That's how I like to do it. Of course, you can do it however you want to. So yeah, I just thought I'll show that today, since usually I always skip through it. And next up, I'm going to get my ruler, which I forgot to grab, and then I'll put down some lines, and then we can go over the actual budget. Okay, so I went ahead and wrote everything out, and I also zoomed you guys in a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. But as always, we have 3 different incomes. So obviously, if you are new to my channel, my husband has a regular job. He always gets paid on the 1st as well as the 15th. And then my husband is also a retired veteran. He medically retired out of the military because of a knee injury from deployment. And so he had to retire after 8 years of being in the Army. So, you know, that is a pretty unique situation. Obviously, not everyone is getting retirement pay in their 20s or 30s. But, well, I feel like if you're in the military, a lot of people do. But, yeah, so that's what that is. And then, of course, I have my shop, which is JK Creates Co. That's our variable income. So these numbers up here are always the same each month. So typically, well, not typically, but these 2 incomes will take care of all of our fixed expenses as well as our variable expenses other than sinking funds. That's where my shop is coming into play. I usually go off of what I've made the previous month, and that way I know how much we can add. There's always leftover money from both of my husband's income as well once everything here is taken care of. But again, you know, I contribute to the sinking funds as well as our regular savings that we also have. So that's kind of how we go about that. So, you know, I just calculate everything and subtract that from my husband's income. And then I look at my income and go over all of the sinking funds to see what we can add for the month. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty sure, but we stuff our envelopes once a month. I did envelopes before, and I did it a little bit differently. All of those videos are still up on my channel, but like I said, they're over 2 years old, so things were a little bit different back then. So yeah, right now we are stuffing our envelopes once a month, like I said, and then we do weekly check-ins. So that's why I really have to look at everything pretty much a month ahead. So, but again, when it comes to the sinking funds, I will talk about that a little bit later on. But let's go ahead and go over all of the expenses first. So the first expenses we have is rent and water, and that for the past couple of months has been the same amount. It wasn't the same amount beforehand. Beforehand, it was always, well, rent was always the same, but water was different. But for the past few months, water has been the same. So I'm pretty sure now we are kind of paying a set price for water, since this has been the same exact amount to the cent for the past, like, I think 3 months now. So yeah, that's the same, and that is $1,266.71. I mention this all the time, but again, if you are new to my channel, we are living in Alabama, and we live in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment around a little bit over 1,500 square feet. So I am very, very lucky, because when I just think or see other people's prices in other states, it's totally insane. So yes, we are very, very lucky to be getting this type of size for this price. So yeah, that is rent and water. Our next bill is internet, which is $99, and I know that is a lot, but I mention this all the time. That's just the only company in our specific area where we live that offers internet here. And I don't know, their fastest internet is $99, and I just can't go down from the fastest one, because even that one is slow sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes it can be slow, and I need internet for work and, you know, all types of things, and all of, like, we're a family of 5, so a lot of us use devices here. So yeah, so that's just what we have to deal with right now. So that is always $99. The next up is the car payment. Our car payment is $500. Well, my car payment. My husband actually doesn't have a car payment because he got the car from his job. He was able to choose his car, and they're pretty much paid for it, and then if he ever decides to leave, he can actually buy the car from them for like a fraction of the original price. And they also pay for his insurance, so we don't have to worry about his car at all whatsoever, which is very, very nice. So we just worry about my car, which is one of the main reasons why we chose to do $500. We did not have to pay $500 a month, but that was our own decision to, you know, pay it off faster. Also, there is a change here. As you can see, there is no car insurance anymore. We decided to pay the car insurance up front for I think like 6 months, but we already started the insurance in October is when I got my new car, or end of September. So now we have decided to pay the car insurance the full 6 months. So now we are good until April, and we can also build up a fund for that. I haven't made an envelope for that yet because we literally just decided to do that and use our savings for that. So yeah, we have until April to build up another fund to pay 6 months ahead again, which is actually very, very nice. But yeah, so that's why there is no car insurance anymore. But next is our phones. For our phones, we pay $150. That is for my husband and I's phones and our plans. And we have our phones with T-Mobile, so that's what that is for. And then our gym is $10. Nothing changed here. And then all of our TV subscriptions all together is $108.01. So that includes Hulu and Netflix. We do pay for Hulu Live TV. My husband needs that for his sports stuff. You know, he want to watch games live and stuff. And Hulu TV Live is I think like $68. So we have that. Then we also have Netflix, of course. And then I pay for a few other subscriptions to watch all of my Asian dramas on. I think about 3. I always put those in my monthly overview too, but I haven't yet. But yeah, so that's why that is a little bit higher, but you know, entertainment is important. We are pretty much homebodies for the most part, so we spend a lot of time watching things together. But yeah, that is that. And I will calculate all of that in a second. I have to get my calculator out the living room because my son stole it from me. But yeah, those were all of our fixed expenses. Now let's look at the variable expenses. So we have electricity. For electricity, I'm doing $125. We have a plan as you go type of like plan. So well, pay as you go type of plan. So through the app we can see our usage every day and load money onto an account or onto the account. Whenever we get low, they also send you notification if you get like under, I believe, $10, and then you can just load up however much you want, and then that way you can keep track of everything, which is actually very, very nice. So we are never hit with like a huge electricity bill at the end of the month. So yeah, we kind of have an overview of that. So I am going to budget $125 for that for this month. And now all of these categories, groceries until Cairo, those are our cash envelopes, which like I said, I will stuff in the next video. But I've made some adjustments for our cash envelopes or for these categories since November. So for groceries this month, I'm going to do $800. Groceries is one of the things where I'm probably most struggling with when it comes to finding the right budget for us. Like I said, we are a family of 5 and we love food, and I feel like food is one of the things where you shouldn't make a low budget for yourself, because you know food is important, and I just feel like, I don't know, but yeah, like I said, food is important for us. So I'm going to do $800 this month and see if that will be enough. I usually did like $700 to $750 before, but I feel like we've been overspending, so I'm going to do $800 and hopefully that is an amount I can stick with. But yeah, that's that household. I'm going to do $100 household is you know, all of the cleaning supplies, paper towels, toilet paper, all of that good stuff. Again, we are a family of 5, so we need tons of those items, and everything has gotten so expensive. But next category is eating out. Again, we love food and we also love eating out. So we're doing 275. I think I did 250 for November, but again, there's nothing wrong with eating out. Like, I feel like people sometimes act like having certain budgets for certain categories, you know, it's like too much or this and that, but like, you only live once. Like, I don't want to be short on food, and I want to eat out if I want to eat out. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, you know? So, yeah, anyways, we are going to do 275 for the month. Gas we're keeping it at 200. Our gas prices have actually gone down drastically. Like I said, we are living in Alabama right now, and our gas prices yesterday were $2.81 per gallon, which is insane because it was over $4 like a few months ago, and right now it's back to $2.80, and it's like, it's amazing. But yeah, I'm still going to do 200 because we are, yeah, probably driving a lot this month. But yeah, this is for 2 cars, by the way. And then entertainment, I'm going to do 250 this month. Entertainment is anything fun related. Some people also call it fun money, but you know, that's like when we take the kids to a jump house, Chuck E. Cheese, or anything fun, obviously. So that's what that is for. Then we have beauty. For beauty, I'm doing 250 this month as well. I think beforehand I always did 200, but or 150. But yeah, doing 250 this month. This is for makeup, you know, obviously, but also my husband's and my son's haircuts. I have 3 sons, and they want to get a haircut because they've been growing out their hair, but they want to get a haircut, so we'll probably have to get them a haircut soon. But yeah, that is that. And then the spending category is also where I've made some adjustments. I had, I think, $200 before, which I always said is like roughly 100 per person, but it's not really. It's like whoever want to spend money can spend money. You know, we're a married couple. That's like, it's whatever. If you want to buy something, obviously we communicate. You know, if my husband want to buy something, then he can buy something. But yeah, I'm upping that to 300, so it's like roughly 150 per person. But again, that's usually not, oh my goodness, I don't know if you just hurt my stomach. It's 8 in the morning on a Sunday, so I probably should eat something. But anyways, yeah, so I'm actually upping the budget to 300. And then the last category for our cash envelopes is our dog, who is Cairo, and Cairo is getting $75. That is for mainly, obviously, food and treats. So that is that. And then for the sinking funds, I am going to add $1,900 this month. That is what I'll be adding for the sinking funds, which I will go over those in a second. And then for unbudgeted, I'm not budgeting anything, of course. And then at the end of the month, we will see if we had any unbudgeted expenses. So I'm going to get my calculator now, and I'm going to calculate all of that. Okay, off camera, I quickly set up my sinking funds page. So that is what that looks like. I apologize for all the background noise. All of my kids are up now, and it is Sunday, like I said. So the kids' room is right next to my office, and they are going nuts right now. But yes, I put down all of our categories, and I color coordinate these according to what binder they're in. So this time I used green for the short-term sinking funds, orange for the long-term sinking funds, and then a gray color for the investment sinking funds. So I am actually going to flip this over a little bit and zoom you guys in so you can see it a little bit better. Where's my pen? Right here. So of course we're going off of last month. So back to school, we are starting this month with $150. And where is my other sheet? Right here. And I am going to add 50, and then I think I'll be good for a little bit. So I'm going to add 50 for December. Birthdays, we're going to start with $100. We are slowly building that fund back up. That one is also getting 50. My husband's, the next birthday in our family coming up, our immediate family, is in March, which is my husband. So I have time to build that back up again. Car maintenance, we are also ending with 100. And that one is getting 10. Clothing is clothing for my husband and I, and we ended that with $50. And I am going to add 100 for December. Date night, we ended with $100, and I'm going to add 50 to that category. And gifts, we were ending with 50. I'm going to stuff a little bit more in 50 this month, in gifts this month, because it is my mom-in-law's birthday and we want to get her a new watch. So I am going to add $220 for December. The next category is our home category. We ended that with $102, and I'm going to add $75 in that category. Kids clothes, we were ending with $2, and I'm going to add 80. And then medical, we were ending with 60, and I am going to add a lot of money to medical. I'm going to add $400 because I think I mentioned it in my sinking fund stuffing video, but I have to get an eye exam. I noticed that over the past few months now, after a certain distance, my vision gets blurry, so I'm pretty sure that I am nearsighted, and I have never had glasses ever before in my life, so I definitely need to get that checked out. And also, you know, need some glasses and eventually probably contacts. Usually I'm not really sensitive with my eyes, so I'm pretty sure I can wear contacts. But yeah, that's why I'm stuffing $400 to cover all that cost, and then of course we still need money left over for other things in the medical department. So, or like, it's like medical / health, you know, my husband's supplements and all of that. That's why I'm stuffing a little bit more in that category. But that's why it's important for me to really sit down before a new month, and I can really see, you know, what is going to go on in the following month. And like I said, for car maintenance, there shouldn't be anything other than maybe car washes. Obviously, you never know, but that's why I have a smaller amount for car maintenance, because I know that in other categories like the gifts and the medical, I have to add a little bit more for December. So that's kind of, you know, how I go about that. Just always have to see what's going on and then stuff the envelopes according to that. But yeah, toiletries, we were ending with $50. That's also like a little sneak peek here, all of the beginning balances, because I haven't closed out November yet. That will come after my December budget video. But yeah, toiletries, we're ending with 50, and I'm going to add a 25 to that. And then car registration or car tags, we were ending with $11. I don't have to renew my tags until October, so we were going to add $10 here, since we have plenty of time to fill that up. And then Christmas, we were ending with $1,000, which will definitely change because I definitely have to go Christmas shopping. But yeah, we are not going to add anything in Christmas. That one is closed out for the year, and then we'll start over in January. Next up is emergency. Emergency, we were ending with 300, and I usually do 100 each month, and that will go in there. And then moving, we were ending with $100. Since we might move in the summer, we definitely want to have a fund to cover moving expenses. But that one is also getting $100 to build up that fund. Texas, we were ending with $800. I apologize for my kids. But Texas, I always add 200. Well, for now, there's that. Vacation, we were ending with 1,300. And I am going to add $50 right here. Now I gotta flip over my little sheet. 3 months ahead was a new category last month, and we added $20 last month. So for December, we're going to add $100 to build up that fund. There's no date. I just, eventually want to be 3 months ahead with all of our important bills, so basically like the fixed expenses. Life insurance, we were ending with $20, and I'm going to add 25 to that fund. And then Gabriel, who is my son, he was starting out with 7,000. Josiah with 5,000, and then Micah with 3,000. And I explained that before, but I'm basically adding $85 per child per month to get $1,000 per child per year, which I calculated, and that ended up being around $85 per child per month. So that was the sinking funds. That is all of the amounts that we will be adding. And of course, I will, you will see that again, or you will see me stuffing the envelopes in the next video. I just wanted to separate them a little bit so it's not, too much going on. But yes, the next video will be stuffing my cash envelopes as well as our sinking funds for December. I'm quickly going to calculate all of that off screen. Okay, so the total came out to be $1,900, which is what I put in our budget earlier for the sinking funds, and the starting balance is $19,315, which that always looks like such a big amount, but that's mainly because of my kids, which there's like 15,000 by itself, so that's why that always looks ridiculous. But like I said, that's because of my kids' investments funds. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I did also set up the check-in here, the check-in page, which again, I do weekly check-ins. The first weekly check-in will be after the 11th, because I always like to do 4 weeks, and so one of the weeks has more days than other weeks. But yes, here again is the monthly budget. I also did not add these numbers yet, so let me calculate that really quickly. Okay, quickly calculate that. So the budgeted amount for our variable expenses turned out to be $4,275. And again, throughout the month with the check-ins as well as the end of the month, we will see how much we actually spent in this category. And then the fixed expenses is $2,133.72. So that actually went down from last month because the car insurance is not on here anymore, so that's actually pretty nice. But yeah, that was my budget set up for the month of December. Let me zoom you guys out a little bit. And yeah, like I said, I also put on my expense trackers on the side as kind of like my key. And I will see you guys in the next video, which will be, like I said, my stuffing video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little and we keep track of time.